Hello everyone, I'm back for my third and final min-maxing video. Our last two videos were about move speed. We found out that Paradox is the fastest character in the game, and then our second video was on fire rate, and we found that Ivy has a ridiculously high fire rate, and so can most other heroes, but Ivy was the highest fire rate by far. Today, we're going to be looking at bonus health. Now, bonus health is a little more straightforward, but I'm surprised to see that not many people realize just how high it can go. When it comes to health, we're only concerned really with two things. Of course, building our items, and then we're also interested in the HP built into the hero. So I guess three things, because you're looking at the starting max health, and you're also looking at the per boon HP increase. You see here with Abrams, who's considered a very tanky character, you start at 570 health, and you get 34 base health per boon. Now, we only have two real candidates for getting max health. We have Kelvin. Where is he? There he is. Who starts at 600 HP and gets 50 base health per boon, which is a ton of health. But Kelvin is actually only the second best hero. Instead, I am very pleased to announce that my main character, mo&krill, starting at 700 HP and with 44 base health per boon, in fact, reaches the highest maximum health in the game. So let's go ahead and get to the sandbox, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is the newest patch as of November 24th, I believe is when the patch came out. So we have some new items, and the power-ups work a little differently. Unfortunately, my other two min-maxing videos are already outdated. In order to maximize your stats now, these bridge buffs, you're going to have to wait until 40 minutes for them to reach their max power. So if you're doing this like me, just keep in mind you have these speed buttons here that increase the flow of time in the testing environment. So if you press equals, it goes back to regular speed. Alright, first thing you're going to want to do is, of course, go up here and type bonus health, and that'll give you all your options. Now, there are some really easy choices out of here. We're going to want Colossus, by far the best item for building health. 600 bonus health, and it's a tier 4 green item, which gives you, of course, that extra health scaling.
Mo, you beautiful mo bastard, give me a hug!
You're also going to want Fortitude with plus 400 HP. It also makes it so that if you were to try and build something like this in a game, if you're not in combat for 11 seconds, you actually get your health back, because I don't know how else you would get this much health back without going back to the fountain.
Goes a long way.
So there we go, Fortitude, another plus 400. Now, it's worth keeping in mind that when we're building, we want all of our flex slots to be green, and that's simply because if you look here, all green items have a base health percentage bonus when you buy them. So, of course, we're going to min-max the bonus health on each of these items as well, but we definitely want to try and double up on our health increases per item, and green is just the way to do it. So that being said, let's go ahead and sort out our spirit and weapon items first. Those are going to be a little easier, and of course we don't want our 4 actives to be anything but greens. So that being said, we're going to of course grab Boundless Spirit. It's one of the better bonus health items in the game with plus 300.
You smell like a sewer, but your
We're
money
going to
smells
grab
like heaven.
Frenzy at a plus 200. Then we're going to grab Ricochet, because that is 150 and not a active item.
You are gonna be shooting things that you never
We don't
even
want
knew
Vampiric
existed.
Burst. It does have a high bonus health increase compared to other items, but it's an active, and we want the double up on green actives. As for tier 4s, that's fine. We're going to go back to Vitality in a second. We're going to grab Torment Pulse at 160 bonus health.
You got expensive taste.
We're going to
love it.
grab Superior Duration at 175. Bound that to whatever you want. I'm going to put it on 4. Then we're going to grab Mystic Slug.
No, I don't go selling these
160
to
bonus
just
health
anyone.
there. That's all of our purples done. Let's finish out our weapon. We're going to grab Hunter's Aura at 150. And we're going to grab this new item, Spellslinger Headshots, at 150 as well. And that's really the best we can do. You can see all these other items have, 175. The spirit items are pretty good. They have 125 on Spirit Snatch, 125 on Escalating, but ultimately this is the best we can do with those items. Let's go back to green now. So we want our actives filled out, right? So we want Unstoppable.
My friend, you
That's
are
2 of our
about to
4.
be unstoppable.
The other 2 we're going to grab. Let's do Rescue Beam. And I am going to choose Majestically.
A little protection goes a long way.
It's kind of arbitrary. You can see these have very similar bonus healths, plus 125. They're all green items. Unstoppable, of course, 150. You want that one over any of the other ones. And then we're going to grab, we're going to do Life
Someone's
Strike.
gonna be bleeding on the
Funny enough,
concrete,
you can
and it
actually
ain't
do
gonna be
Debuff
you.
Reducer. It also has 125 HP, and that's the best you can do out of these items. And then our last 2 slots, we're going to grab the final 2 Tier 4 items that conveniently have big bonus health increases. So 175 from Leech,
Oh,
175
my
from Inhibitor.
friend, you
That's
just
all of
upped
our
your
slots.
survivability by at least 30%.
We are at 5,056 HP. That is a lot. Now, we can make that a lot higher by simply going up here, pressing max level. 6,693. But we're not done quite yet. There's 2 more things we can do. First, grab our 40+ minute survival rune for 700 additional HP, and then the rejuve for 200 more. And that's it, right there. 7,593 max health. That is, for our intents and purposes, the highest health you can get in Deadlock. Now, there are some caveats to that number. Of course, the real answer, as with my other videos, is you can infinitely increase your health. Because, of course, if you break enough of these golden statues, you'll eventually see a health increase. Of course, it's not going to give me one when I want one, because I would do that. There we go. You can farm these forever. I'm not going to pick one up, just so we have that nice round number up there. Another thing you can do, of course, is instead of buying one of these items, you could get, let's get rid of, I don't know, Life Strike. Let's grab Siphon Bullets,
All right, boys, give
and
'em hell.
watch our health just keep going up as we shoot people. And, of course, if you kill someone with the Siphon Bullets effect on them, you permanently steal a stack. As long as you don't die, you don't lose those stacks. So, in theory, you could farm more and more HP forever, right? So, we're not really concerned with that answer because that was kind of obvious. Now, what did we have? Life Strike.
You'll
There
be
we
the
go.
last one standing.
Now this, of course, is not extremely practical. You have, let's count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tier 4 items in your build. One of those being Boundless Spirit, the most expensive item in the game that has 2 prior components. It's not exactly the most optimized build. Not to mention that when we're talking about health, we should also mention effective HP, meaning you factor in your armor in order to figure out how much damage you can truly take. In this scenario, we only have 6% spirit armor, so we have almost the same effective HP against full spirit damage as we would just having no armor. We have
There's still time to
24
push with the
bullet armor,
rejuvenator.
which means that, you know, we're going to have an effective HP of somewhere... Oh, we lost our survival room. We're going to have an effective HP at our max value of somewhere around, like, what's that going to be, like 9,000-ish? When we have our survival rune on. There we go. So, what can we do to increase our effective HP? Well, of course, we can increase our armor. And if we can do that without sacrificing too much max HP, then we're really going to be doing great. So, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Let's reset our character. Let's go ahead and put ourselves back to max level. We'll go ahead and grab our Rejuve and Rune in a second. So, I actually have... This is my main MK build. I am an MK main, by the way. We're going to do this build right here. This build kind of sucks, I'm going to be honest with you. But it is far more practical than trying to build actual max health. So what we're going to do, and the idea with this, by the way, is that, of course, you use your tankiness to just not die. And then, because you haven't built for a ton of damage, you're going to use Rescue Beam and Healing Nova and become a support, which is one way of playing, for sure. You also can build a little bit of melee potential on here, especially with the new Spirit Snatcher item. I built this when those items weren't available, but with Spirit Snatch, you can increase your Spirit Resist a lot. I believe it's the best way to get higher Spirit Resist in the game. It's a really good item, assuming you can, of course, go around and hit all 6 heroes before your stacks expire. But on paper, it's the highest Spirit Resist you can get. So, if we take this build here that I prepared ahead of time, we're just going to grab some of these items. I need to exit browse. There we go.
Swing by anytime.
We, of course, have, our core items, Fortitude, Colossus, Boundless Spirit. Those are some of our highest. We're going to take a Warp Stone, because that is an extremely effective mo&krill item. For closing gaps, getting your combo off on people who are running away, or just closing the gap with your burrow in order to get that CC on them. Let's go ahead and we're going to grab Siphon Bullets in this practical build, because, of course, we can build more HP that way, and severely hinder our opponents. We're going to grab Life Strike, of course. It's not on the build, so I need to grab Spirit Snatch over here, which is going to give us our Spirit Scaling and Spirit Resist. Plummet Pulse, extremely important item, probably the first tier 3 item you want on mo&krill. We want our improved armors, both of them. There's no negotiating with that. And then after that, we already have quite a bit of farm here. So let's go ahead and grab some realistic items you would have grabbed. You wanted probably Mystic Burst.
Like that? I got some other stuff that fell off
Mystic
the truck.
Vuln is good for farming, but Mystic Burst you really want for when you have your tier 2 Scorn. Realistically, I would have grabbed Monster Rounds early in the game. I would have grabbed Restorative Shot. I don't have it here, but Mystic Shot's also a really good item on mo&krill, as is the case with like so many other heroes. Mystic Shot's a really good item. But let's go ahead and grab Restorative Shot in close quarters, which would have given us bullet resist. We don't invest much in the gun on this mo&krill build anyways. And so this is kind of like our late game build for a realistic health build, right? Now, if you look here, just making sure we're max level, we are. We do have 5,215 HP. That is a lot, right? That is so much. By now, we probably would have our max HP rune. And let's say we get the rejuve as well. That's 6,115 HP. Let's crunch some numbers real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, so after crunching those numbers, we have 65% bullet armor. And if we were to take only bullet damage, then we would have an effective HP at this max HP right here of 17,471 HP. That's how much damage you can take from enemies, right? Now, that's not the number they're going to see, because, of course, their damage is reduced on you. So they're going to hit that golden number right there, 6,115 on their screen. But that is, considering their base damage, how much you would take if they only shot bullets at you. If they only use spirit damage, on the other hand, with 49% spirit armor, we're going to hit 11,990 effective HP. Almost 12k. That is crazy. Unfortunately, you will not have that much effective HP, because one of the best kinds of items you can build is anything with with armor shred. Either bullet or spirit, depending on what kind of damage the enemy is building, they're going to have spirit or armor shred for you. I say spirit just because it's a spirit meta, so everybody wants spirit shred.
You won't have the rejuvenator for much longer.
Thank you, patron. So, at the end of the day, I don't know if armor shred decreases your armor non-linearly, kind of like how when you try to increase your armor with items, it goes up non-linearly. Because of course, Burrow, right, has 80% bullet resist. So you go, oh, well, you already have 65 outside of Burrow, so what are you going to hit, 145? No, you're going to hit like 80? Oh, 93. So it's a non-linear scale for your armors. Now, mo&krill, by the way, also hits some of the highest armor in the game. mo&krill is the Giga Tank in this game. So if you want to just not die, this is kind of the build for it. And by the way, I forgot to mention, Healing Nova, meh. Ethereal Shift.
You have a good eye.
There we go. We lose a little bit more HP. That's totally fine, because Ethereal Shift is just so unbelievably valuable. Right? You hit your increased burrow time from your tier 1, and of course you want a lower cooldown. And then
Holding on.
you hit your burrow. You're immune to a lot of things already. Say you're taking too much spirit damage, oh, let's pop Colossus, you know, go up to 79% resist. And then we're out of our burrow, let's hit Ethereal Shift. At the end of that, we're at 70% spirit armor. We're already sitting at 65% bullet armor. We have our Scorn that is on an 8.75 second cooldown. If you really wanted to, you could decrease that. And you know, you're doing a lot of heal with Mystic Burst. So there's just no way. And by the way, if you were to build Frenzy, that also gives you additional bullet resist when you're already at low health, 55% bullet resist, which of course it's not going to scale linearly at that point, but I guarantee you at low health with these items, like say we grab, we get rid of Restorative Shot, grab Frenzy.
Oh, you beautiful mo bastard, give me a
Rock
hug.
Frenzy, we're at 84 right now. Let's get out of the shop, keep our health below half.
Let's dig.
And then hit the Warp Stone for the additional 98%. Not too bad. Hit the Colossus, 99%. We're immune to bullets. 79% spirit armor, by the way. We hit no cooldown real quick. We can go ahead and hit the Ethereal Shift. Our Burrow does give us 30% resist there. So we're going to Burrow, we're going to hit Colossus. 87% spirit resist for a brief moment there. Not too bad. You get 30% bullet resist off of your combo as well if you get the tier 1. So you are unbelievably tanky. Spirit is the only thing that's going to be a problem to you ever. Bullets, you don't care about them at a certain point if you build a tank mo&krill. Spirit damage is unfortunately very hard to build effective armor for, because there's not as much spirit resist you can do on mo&krill. Actually, for spirit resist, I believe like Viscous or Yamato, while they're ulting, are better at resisting spirit than mo&krill ever will be. But if you look here, spirit resist, so a minus 12% from Spirit Strike, minus 12% from Mystic Vuln, right? Escalating Exposure actually has the same, and Escalating Exposure sucks. Don't get this item. It no longer increases the Spirit Resist Shred like it used to from Mystic Vuln. It keeps the same actually, and then gives you Spirit Amp on top of that, and you have to like charge it up for like 10 seconds in a fight, which fights don't last 10 seconds. You don't consistently do spirit damage that long. This item sucks. Don't get Escalating Exposure. But yeah, you get the idea. So minus 24% there. Yeah, it's a bad time. And you already are only building like in a good moment in a fight, right? You have 70%. Maybe more if you're Burrow, 79%. So minus 24, you're taking half of the spirit damage coming at you, which unfortunately is still too much spirit damage to tank for very long without things like Ethereal Shift. In this build, you can Rescue Beam yourself, of course. Unfortunate thing with Rescue Beam, I mean, it is, okay, fortunate and unfortunate. When you're burrowed, you can't rescue beam yourself. A lot of support abilities like Healing Right and things like that, that you can target either yourself or another hero when you're in your default position. When you're burrowing, you can't target yourself at all, but you can automatically target other heroes. So, like you saw, my friend there, I just pressed Q, and it's going to auto-target whatever is closest to my crosshair. And that will heal me as well, because the way Rescue Beam works is it heals the caster and the target. So that's pretty nice. So you can be an effective support, keep yourself alive. You can ethereal shift yourself out of situations. It's kind of a passive build, because you're trying to be a very dedicated tank, and you're not doing much damage outside of Torment Pulse, which later in the game does not do that much damage to heroes. It's more of a clearing utility. But that being said, I think we've covered everything we want to talk about with effective HP. You have a ton of it if you optimize with the health on top of it. So get your actual health, get your effective health from your armor, play mo&krill. He's so much fun. And next video you see from me will probably be an actual gameplay video. I've found in my time playing that I kind of suck at most heroes. I've been trying new ones recently. I've tried Yamato, I tried Shiv. I might try Shiv again, because I was just really tired the day I tried Shiv. But I kind of only play like 5 heroes right now well. You know, well in quotes, because I suck at this game. I play Mo, I play McGinnis, I play Ivy, I play Dynamo, and I play Kelvin. I don't know how I ended up playing 4 supports and mo&krill. And I kind of play him as a support sometimes too. But here we are. So look forward to some of that. I have some wacky builds. They're not all of them are unknown. I'll probably play something like this in an actual game, try it out. So look forward to future videos with actual gameplay in it, build showcases, that kind of thing. And until then, thank you for watching.